Well, the time has finally come because I know when I've skimmed through the comments, I've seen this song requested a couple times. And I keep forgetting to do this as well because I said certain songs get requested numerous times. So I should say first requested by. This request comes to you first from Ronan's Ghost 108. And he commented on the Top Boy video reaction, and he says, CPR, the song before this one. On the album is a gangster tune, man. Worth watching, listening to. A gangster tune, huh? What comes to my mind is it's kind of what Path does in a lot of his songs. And I kept asking, is he really a gangster? Early on in the Path reactions. Because he's always talking about killing and putting people in body bags and things like that. And I was like, that's some gangster shit. And you go back, I don't know about other countries and their gangs, but the history of gangsters in America, especially like back in the 30s with the Al Capones and the Elliot Nesses and Bonnie and Clyde and stuff like that. It was always stuff like that. Those people were robbing banks, killing, prohibition stuff, smuggling like alcohol, because alcohol was illegal in the country back in those days, into sort of the modern day gangsterisms, supposedly, sort of similar stuff, just different. That's what I think about when the word gangster comes up. So I doubt that St BaLenci is going to be talking about killing and body bagging people and stuff. I don't think I've heard that from him. He may have done it in a Wu-Chang diss, but if I remember correctly, but I can't see St BaLenci rapping about stuff like that. But I'm thinking probably an alternate meaning is probably you're saying that it goes hard. So we'll see. I said by the end of this thing, we probably go through this whole album. Here's another St BaLenci track off the CPR album, the title track, CPR. It sounds similar to something I listened to before. It may have been on the same album. Because when it first started, I was like, have I heard this before?
Mag, we shoot full auto, pump your chest like CPR. Hit that lick, then go to the store, then we pull tapes out of the VCR. I'm just like O-Dog when I grip that gauge. Society moves like I'm a menace. Cock that back, then I blast with rage. Pull holes through your teeth, then fix like dentists. Bad bitch, she's moving moody. Wants me to settle down, drop that grind. Wallahi, babe, double R's on my vision. VVS cuts, that'll leave her blind. See, I can't fight, I'm a public enemy. Temptation, steady on my line.
Okay, I stand corrected. He is talking about some gangster style stuff in here.
Ibrahim calling, up still rolling, Bismillah, still blood like wine. My team stays up, it can never be broke. My brother talks tough cause he's from them trenches. While I got packs and potions, eyes too hazy, I don't feel sense. She said bend me in the Bentley gently, smacked her ass, then I made that entry. Navy SEALs when we move in silence, extended clips, pop shots like centuries. You can never be them, fake, stole from your brother like that. Snake, spot the opsy soul, take, shake her ass like an earthquake. Beast still raging like whole steaks, flimsy oppas they all flake. Show cool love but I'm not Drake, cash was everything, pound cake. See, I'm not one of them when I take these trips, cause I circle 2-3 times then miss. And if I run out, I'll reach to the back, cause Ibrahim's back there holding clips. When you hear that Audi speed right past us.
Okay, he's building it up here. Going low. I'm assuming he's building it up. Like, he'll start low and get high again. But that's the first kind of like change up in cadence that I've heard out of a St BaLenci rap. And it's a slight one. And it's not that much of a change.
Duck your head cause we shatter that glass, and you best believe that we're still low key, no face, no case when we rock the mask. 30 round mag, we shoot full auto, pump your chest like CPR. Hit that lick, then go to the store, then we pull tapes out of the VCR. I'm just like O-Dog when I grip that gauge, society moves like I'm a menace. Cock that back, then I blast with rage, pull holes to your teeth, then fix like dentists. Wait. Hold on, let me get that, not pop smoke, but we ain't with the chit chat. Spin that 1-2 times, we spin that. Just pop that big guns and we get back. Mindset, faded, cold sweat, jaded. Bad one in the back, raking. You want my shit, they come take it. Them knives don't bend, split you open, no we don't bend. You asked for war, so now we just send. Guns aim straight, the bullets don't bend. Your girl hit me up, meet at the ends. Do a real dirty pass to my friend. She came back home, you can smell my scent. Put him 6 feet under, not the weekend. Drive real quick, you know we're speeding. Misleading, when the drill's too easy. Want me a fight, I don't need no reason. Hole in your chest, it's shotgun season. Real life guns when we move to active. Guns still smoky up in broad day. I'm in a tea house with an op that's captive. No suspect, got the wickedest aim.
Listening to this one, it immediately came to me that like, this sounds awfully familiar. I wasn't even sure that I hadn't already done the reaction to this because it sounded so similar to one of his earlier songs. I think that it sounds similar to Armed and Ready, I think. Maybe. It's one of them. So it's kind of what I've kind of been talking about. But it isn't the fact that it's got to be like a completely different genre. It's just the way he does things that is hard. Sometimes is a little bit hard for me. And some people pointed out it's an American thing. Americans don't understand world culture and all this and that. But I just think when you're a fan of someone and something, a lot of times you like whatever they do. And you're not going to be probably, or you're friends with somebody. It's the same thing. You're probably not going to be as critical as someone who's completely outside that box. Now, I watch GTA RP, not to the level that some of you do. Some of you probably sit there and watch it all day long, all day, every day. I watch it. I check in every now and then on the people that I enjoy watching for a little bit, but I'm not in tune with everything that's going on, even though this album has nothing to do with RP. I'm just saying, when I do these things, I'm completely detached from all of that, basically. I'm going to name a few of these people. Foosley, I knew of previous to doing anything or seeing her sing or do any of that other stuff or RP or any of that. And she wasn't someone I watched, really, until the April character kind of blew up for a little bit. And then I tuned into a lot of her stuff with her and Rami because I thought that was some entertaining stuff. And then the music was a bonus because I didn't know she could sing like that. So it wouldn't be me being a fan of Foosley. And I'm bringing her up as an example because she's a really large creator and she has a lot of fans. So me not being like a person who watched her previous and hearing her music, I'm not like swayed by my fandom for her. Yes, it's my opinion and it's my objectivity and it's my taste, but it doesn't, and it doesn't mean that you have to feel the same way. But what I'm getting at is, I think you guys are big fans of St BaLenci. You love the guy. And for me, his music is all I've ever seen or heard from him. So I'm completely detached from all of that stuff. And when I hear his music and I hear this song, and I'm not saying it's not good, it's a good song, but it does sound similar to other things I've heard from. And some of these tracks to me are starting to run together a bit. And I think, and some of them, like I said, some of them I've really liked. And some of them I just think are just kind of they just kind of blend together. To me, there's nothing that makes them stand out as different tunes. So I feel like every time I do a St BaLenci song, and I'm not saying it's absolute banger or fire, that I have to explain myself. So that's what I was attempting to do there. But getting back to the track, it's a good track. It's just, I feel like even though I haven't heard it before, it feels like I've heard it before. If you get what I'm saying. As I've said, I've got to give him his flowers as well. He's a fantastic rapper. He's fantastic at doing what he does. I've heard him sing a little bit now, and he's pretty good at that too. He's far more talented than a lot of us in that department. It's just everything connects with people different ways. To me, if I've heard this for the first time without hearing some of the other songs, I think I'd be a bit more higher on it. But because I've heard other songs that sound almost similar to it, it's just kind of okay for me, average. So that'll do it from here. I'm John Hex on a plus, and I am out.
Go to the store, then we pull tapes out of the VCR. I'm just like O-Dog when I grip that gauge. Society moves like I'm a menace. Cock that back, then I blast with rage. Pull holes to your teeth, then fix like dentists. Wait, hold on, let me get that. Not pop smoke, but we ain't with the chit-chat. Spin that 1-2 times, we spin that. Just pop that beat.